the 1500 GMC Sierra AT4. This is built for off-roading, but it's not to the extreme as the AT4X, but it does beat pretty much everybody in competition when it comes to payload and towing capabilities. Plus you're getting 11 inches of clearance. That is a lot. And you have two different engine options. So you can go into the Duramax diesel and you'll get the most towing capabilities, or you can go into this V8 that we've ticked the box to. I personally like the Duramax diesel, but we're gonna see if this truck is really the truck to go to. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and Joe at Brooksville GMC has given us the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4 in coastal dune over jet black Kalahari accents. The full-size truck is going to have the C design LED headlights, daytime runnings, and you get the animated feature that sit just behind the enlarged grille with the gloss black, the satin chrome, 11 inches of clearance, LED fog lights, red recovery hooks, front parking sensors with a 360-degree reverse camera. You can see the kid nearly hit us. You can change different camera layouts here. The trajectory does expand, and it also zooms in on the side because you have two cameras on each of the side view mirror. We have a digital rear view mirror, auto dimming rear view mirror, home link with the upgraded heads-up display. Just like most of the competition, you have engine options which make this a little bit more desirable because you have your off-road capabilities. You can get the Duramax, or you can upgrade to the 6.2 liter, which is what we have here. And you can do the same thing on the AT4X. The difference between it is really the shocks. You're gonna get 1.1 inch more clearance. So if you're really going to go to that extreme extent and you're gonna spend over 13 grand, House Underneath the Hood gets the 6.2 liter Ecotec V8 producing 420 horsepower with 460 pound-feet of torque. That's paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission, achieving 15 mpg for the city, 19 mpg for the highway, with a combined at 16 mpg, which is 60 around 5.7 to 6.2 seconds. You're gonna see on the review, it's limited now on a top speed. Most people are getting about 84, some people get 98, some people get 111. It really just depends, I'm imagining, on the states. But that's not what this is meant for. This is meant for off-roading capabilities and on-road as well. 275, 60, 20-inch all-terrain tires on all four corners. Now this is set with a Rancho monotube shock. That's a 2-inch lift. You get skid plates, hill descent control, trailer brake control, auto locking rear diff. But the difference is you're not going to be getting that Multimatic DSSV dampers. Now the TRD Pro is going to be the most in this class for towing. Payload, the most is going to be on the Trail Boss for the Silverado. Key fob for the Sierra. 10-way power seat adjustment for the front. Heated, ventilated front seats. AT4 embossed. And you have that contrast. It's perforated leather. A flat dashboard layout, and I like that the screens look at least like they're inside the dash, except for this one, obviously. You're gonna have a glove box here as well as here, and you get the contrast with the piping here. It is a driver focus setup. You can see the wall, but the wireless charging pad is here in the center, so that's fine. This is also perforated, but it's gonna be a little bit more on the firm size. Knee space at 6'3", I have nearly 6 inches. On this side, I have an additional 6 inches. It doesn't have a pass-through, but you have a sleeve of storage. As for the footwell, I can literally stretch completely out. It's just not as wide as I would like, so I can't really play too much in that area. And because I don't have as many seat positions as I would in the AT4X, it does lack in that comfort department. A moonroof you're gonna have to pay extra for, as well as that digital rear view mirror, LED interior lights. You got the home link right here. This has the Bose upgraded sound system, but you're not gonna have the 16 speakers that is found in the AT4X. Let's fire it up. I like that they continue with that orange piping and contrast stitch through the interior of the cabin. It really does set it apart with the jet black because you don't always have a lot of color configurations in these vehicles. 13.4 diagonal touchscreen with navigation through Google, so Google Play, Google Assist, Google Maps, which means you don't have to use your cell phone, even though you have wireless connectivity like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM streaming, Bluetooth audio. You can do your maps without going there because everything is already here. Dual climate control settings, physical controls for the dual climate control settings, and I like this setup. Even though it's older, it works better than having to do everything through that touchscreen, because look how long it took us just to get the navigation there. You have a storage pocket here, a large storage pocket here, charging ports there. Open this up, you got this storage bin that lifts up. It's a pretty deep storage pocket, home plug, USB ports, wrap steering wheel, multi-function. It's also heated. Paddle shifts are plastic. At this price, I would like to start seeing some aluminum, but I mean, let me know your thoughts on that. The gauge cluster, you could go through an array of different content for the driver. I've already actually configured it the way I like it personally, but you can change out the designs from the left to the right to the lower, all the information here. And of course, you have the pitch and roll, and this is real time with the vehicle, as you see when I turn the wheel. Knee space for the driver, I have about 6 inches. On this side, I have an additional right at 6 inches. You still have physical controls here, which are 2-speed transfer case, and you have a ton of headroom. So whether you go here or the AT4X, it's gonna be fine. And even if you go into the competition, I mean, these trucks are literally like SUVs with a bed. The door card and the dashboard. I think they do a good job configuring it. I actually feel like I'm sitting inside the vehicle, unlike Toyota in some of the competition. You get the AT4 here. It's going to be more firm. You get the same contrast stitching and piping. One touch up and down for just the front windows. That's fine because we have an AT4X with a long storage pocket. Glossy black though. They put it around all the air vents and around the speaker grills in the center console. But at least they don't put it everywhere, because even on the steering wheel, you got the matte black, so it's easier to see. For the back, this is the opening that you get to do your off-roading with some friends. You got some storage here. You can lift this up at a 60-40 split. It is kind of a flat floor. It's divided, so it definitely helps with cargo capacity. You have your cup holders, armrest right here. You got another set of cup holders, heated rear seats, USB ports, air vents, storage behind both of the front seats. Now the door card, because this is an off-road vehicle, I'm okay without having the manual sunshades, but I would like to have it personally when you're going over $70,000. It's going to be firm to touch. You get the contrast stitch and basically the same size storage pocket. The grab handle is definitely going to make it easy, as well as these running boards to get inside. Sitting behind me, and this is the position I'd be driving, I have about 7.5 inches. On this side, I have about 7 inches. More than enough headroom because, like I said, in the front, it's literally like an SUV. Sitting in the center, even though I sit upwards, it isn't actually uncomfortable, and I have my own feet space because it's pretty much carved out for me. Knee space, I mean, I have probably 8 inches or more, at least 6 inches with the seat back. I'm not going to be sharing much at all because of how wide the vehicle is. I mean, when you have over 20.5 inches from side to side and you can fit somebody my height in the center, it literally shows you can fit 3 adults without any issues. Now this is going to get 200 pounds less in the max towing capabilities. You have to go into the diesel with LED tail lights. We get these steps for the bed, dual exhaust that's exposed. Underneath, you'll get the spare tire with the reverse parking sensors, and you have the multi tailgate, which is one of the best in the business. And the reason why the AT4 beats the competition is because it does deliver the class leading ground clearance. And of course, my favorite interior is the Ram because it literally looks like a Maybach inside. But at this price, if you're trying to unlock off-roading capabilities and everything blended in, this is the best way to go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe and the like, because all these clicks help with the algorithm so we can bring more vehicles like this to the channel. Now this is the way you open it up. Soft open. You open this one here, and then you open this here, and now you got your step to get inside. Now the nice thing about this is the extra payload that you have. It comes with a home plug, LED bed lights. You can also extend it out this way, which will increase your bed about 15 inches. And we have a front to back right at 70 inches, which is nearly 6 feet. A side to side right at 70 3/4 inches. Between the wheel well housing at 51 inches. And a height right at 23 inches. But this is a V8. We need to go inside and start it up so you can hear that exhaust note. It's a smooth driving vehicle, even with the all-terrain tires, even with the 2-inch lifted suspension. Now you will feel the bumps coming in. There's no way around it. Any kind of potholes, or if you hit a reflector on the road, or if you're running off the road, it's gonna penetrate inside the cabin. Road noise is starting to escalate a little bit more so, which is to be expected because of the design of the vehicle. And realistically, most people that buy these don't really go crazy off-road. That's why I like that they have the AT4 or the AT4X, because if you don't need graded suspension, this is going to be more than enough for off-road capabilities. And I've driven the TRD Pro, as well as the Chevrolet and the Ford Trimmer. Awesome vehicles, but at a point, I mean, how many people really do all of these off-road capabilities? I hate to say it, most of the people are taking this shopping to get their groceries. And if you're gonna be doing that, this is definitely gonna tick the box over the AT4X, and you're gonna save at least $13,000 to $15,000. Even with the features that we've ticked, that escalates the price to over $76,000, it's still a hell of a deal, and you're getting a lot of the updates that you wouldn't get normally, because we got around $10,000 of features in this vehicle. I'm gonna check the brakes, and this way you can also see the width of it. I mean, literally line to line. It grabs pretty well for the size of the vehicle. Turn radius at a stop point is really, like, I would say near 3 lanes, about 2.5 lanes. I'm gonna stop here so you can check out that performance. It's a fast vehicle, so getting up onto the interstate, you're not gonna have any issues at all. Through the devices, I was getting about 12 to 11 mpg, about 11.5. That's combined. It says 16, so it's a little bit off in that, and that's also driving it the way we've been driving it on the test. The sound deadening is about a 5 to a 6, so that means it's like you're kind of like cycling in a bicycle and you have the wind hitting your face. That's what you're gonna be hearing, especially once you get up to higher speeds. Lower speeds, obviously, it's gonna be a lot more quiet. When you go in cornering or anything like that, there's not really a lot to show you here, but we did do some tests before we went to the off-site area. It doesn't have a lot of body roll. It's pretty planted. Obviously, you're not gonna be going crazy speed. It doesn't have a lot of bounce to it with this suspension. So overall, it's a smooth driving vehicle. The seats themselves are also comfortable. The cushions, they're not as thick as I would like them to be, considering these are leather wrap seats. Typically, they have a little bit more cushion to it, and that's really where you'll feel some of the firmness whenever you are hitting anything, especially if you're going off-road. You might feel a little bit more of a bounce to it because of the 2-inch lift. But for a day in and day out use, I mean, it's gonna definitely tick the box, because you have the capabilities to even go off-road. If there's any type of hard raining in the state of Florida, we get it a lot. Some areas get flooded. You have plenty of clearance, plenty of payload and towing capability, so you can fill up everybody inside, and you still have optimal storage for the bed. Because a lot of people don't realize what cargo capacity means is everybody inside the vehicle plus your cargo. It doesn't just mean that the payload is for just the bed. I found Ford to be the most quiet and the most comfortable in the seats. Technology, I think all of them are really about the same. You're not going to be having an issue with your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. With GMC and Chevy, there is some glitch here and there whenever the Google Maps come into play, but once it comes in, it's in. The multi-tailgate is definitely one of the best amongst the competition, because it just unlocks a lot more capabilities. The other problems I would say with this is the 10-speed automatic transmission and the cylinder management. It doesn't really work in harmony. You're gonna feel jerks, and in some cases you might think something's going wrong. It's not, it's just the way it's going. As you continue to drive the vehicle, it does get a little bit more settle and you don't feel it as much. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out this next video right here.